Hi everybody, how you doing? So I got a real quick video today, and what I want to show you is I was flying my drone over my lunch break today, and I realized when I got the drone up, okay, this is not the best day for shooting drone footage. It's very cloudy, it's dreary, it's hazy. We don't have any trees or any colors basically on the ground. Everything's pretty brown yet because it's that time of year. It's really a bad time of year to get any kind of aerial footage. But I thought, you know what? This is a good opportunity for me to show you guys like how to take some boring, bland aerial footage and make it a little bit better. There's just a couple of steps and it's super, super easy. So that's what I'm gonna show you today, what you can do to take some boring drone footage and just make it look a little bit better. All right, to keep this video short, we're gonna get right to it. So like I said, I put my Mavic Air 2 up and I captured some aerial footage of the river, but the colors this time of year are so bad. They're so brown, they're so boring and drab. And so this footage isn't gonna look great either way, even after I show you what I do with the editing, but I just wanted to show you this because I'm sure that there are a lot of you who are really apprehensive about using D-Cinelike or D-Log with your aerial footage because you're not quite sure what that means or what to do with it. So I'm gonna show you how to edit this footage with like 3 simple steps. Like there's 3 things that you do. And whether you have a nice, super awesome editing program, or you just have the DJI Fly app. You can do it right on the app. So I'm gonna show you that towards the end. First thing I'm gonna do is show you how to do it with Adobe Premiere Pro, because that's what I do. And I think eventually I want you all to get to that point where you're comfortable editing in that type of editing program. But I think the majority of you are probably gonna be able to do this on the Fly app. So I've already imported these 2 clips. And what I did is I recorded some footage using the normal color mode on the Mavic Air 2. And so I'm just gonna drag this down into my timeline. Let's put that, actually I'm gonna start a new sequence. Let me do that first. New sequence, hello, right there. And we're just gonna go with a 4K 30. Now I did record in 4K 60, but that's okay. I'm gonna just put this in the timeline, keep existing settings. All right, so here's what I recorded. I'm gonna pull this forward a little bit. Here's what I shot in normal mode. Everything else was auto white balance, auto exposure, everything was auto. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let's cut this down to like 16 seconds, okay? So here's the normal mode. Let me just play it for you a little bit. Okay, see what I'm talking about? It's very just boring, boring footage, all dead. But this is beautiful in the summertime when everything is all green. So let's go back here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull in the D-Cinelike one, and I tried to kind of keep the same track. I'm gonna put it right on above this one, and we'll cut that back a little bit as well. Make that about 16 seconds. All right, so here is the D-Cinelike. Now, if you don't know what D-Cinelike is, or D-Log, if you have the Mavic 2 Pro, basically what that does is, I like to think of it as when you compare normal to D-Cinelike, is like when you're getting a normal color aerial footage or from a camera, everything's been done for you. Like the recipe was there, the ingredients were all put in, they're mixed together, and the product is delivered to you. It's ready to consume, okay? D-Cinelike or D-Log basically hands you all of the ingredients, and then you mix it all together to make whatever you prefer. Like you can put in the ingredients to whatever kind of level that you want, and you can produce that awesome dish or whatever, that video. So that's why you want to shoot in D-Cinelike, because you have more control, okay? With normal mode, you don't have any control. You can edit normal, you know, a little bit, but you have so much more flexibility when you're shooting in D-Log or D-Cinelike. So here's my D-Cinelike. I'm just gonna go ahead and play it forward so you guys can see how boring and drab it is. So everything is flat, right? Everything's kind of boring and gray and yucky. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna edit this D-Cinelike footage. I'm gonna show you how you can make it look better than the normal. And it's super, super easy. So the first thing that you're gonna do, if you're using Adobe Premiere Pro, and I'm gonna show you how to do this on the DJI Fly app as well, super easy, but we're just gonna pull up this contrast right here because D-Cinelike and D-Log, they get rid of the contrast. They make everything flat, okay? Just to show you when people say flat, what does that mean? I'll show you here on the scopes. See this right here? That's flat. Everything's in the middle, everything's scrunched together, okay? Your highs and your lows are scrunched together, your colors are scrunched. That makes everything flat. So when you hear the word flat footage, That's what they're referring to. This is flat footage. We're gonna stretch it out and we're gonna make it look nicer, okay? First thing, we're gonna turn up this contrast and we're gonna go all the way up on, yeah, we're gonna go all the way up to 100, okay? So that's the maximum contrast that we can add. We're not gonna do any more there. Next thing, the colors are really flat too, right? Everything's pretty gray. We're gonna crank up the saturation. We're gonna go up pretty high on this. So let's go up, maybe not that high. Let's go up to about 170. Okay, so there we have our saturation almost doubled. We have our contrast all the way up as far as it goes. Now the next thing that we wanna do, let's check out our scopes here. So it's less flat, right? But look at all this space down here. See all this black? We wanna pull everything down so it's not so flat. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring down these shadows. So I'm gonna grab this right here. I'm just gonna drag it down and pull those shadows down. And that makes the image look so much better. Just those 3 steps alone, you guys. Increase the contrast, increase the saturation, pull down your shadows, and right there, it's already better. Now you can fine tune everything here. You can go into the creative tab, you can go into the color wheels and the curves and do all that, but I just wanted to show you how easy it is to make D-Cinelike footage look great. So now let's compare it to the normal. So I'm just gonna go ahead and click on the eye right here. So here's the normal footage, okay? Here's our edited footage. Look at how much better that looks. And it hardly took any work at all right? So there's normal. And yeah, you can edit normal. Like if I were to edit the normal here, let's see the contrast. Let's turn up the saturation a little bit. So you can edit the normal, right? But so much better. Your dynamic range is so much better on D-Cinelike. So anytime you're shooting aerial footage, you guys, especially when it's yucky like this, shoot in D-Cinelike or shoot in D-Log if you have the Mavic 2 Pro or any other drone that shoots log or D-Cinelike. D-Cinelike is kind of like the junior varsity level of D-Log, but it still does a good job. So shoot in D-Cinelike and that's what you can do. Now on the DJI Fly app, you can do the same things here. You don't have as much power as you do with something like Adobe Premiere Pro or DaVinci Resolve or any of those other editing programs that you can do on your PC or Mac, but you can still edit your D-Cinelike footage on the DJI Fly app. All you have to do is download it, and then you can just do the same thing. You pull up the Create, and then you click on Pro, and then you have all of those options to increase your contrast, increase your saturation. You can change the brightness. You can do all of that right on your DJI Fly app. And when you're done, you can go ahead and save that and download it to your phone or your mobile device, whatever you're using, and share that footage with your family and your friends or whoever, social media. So it's so easy to edit. Don't be intimidated, you guys. If you're intimidated by D-Cinelike or D-Log, I'm hoping that this gave you a little more confidence to be able to edit that footage. And if it did, click on that thumbs up button. Also subscribe for more videos like this. If you got anything of value from this channel, click on that subscribe button. I have some lofty goals this year, so I would appreciate you joining the community. I love having all of you here. So thanks for watching the entire video. Have a great day, everyone. And as always, fly safe and fly smart.